Hi, I'm Maria. Happy Monday and welcome to the Dressing Gown Diaries. And I particularly want to thank you for being here today because we're celebrating the my 100th blog, my 100th newsletter. And there would be no blogs and no newsletters without the people who tune into me. So I'm so grateful for you that you allow me to be on your journey with you and that you're on my journey with me. That's what makes it fun. It's all about community. And I think more than ever, especially during lockdown, we've realized together is just so important. So I've been having, as usual, a good long hard think about what to share today. And at a time when so many of us are at crossroads and looking for new ways forward and maybe, getting a little bit brave about doing new things, I've decided to just share 3 tips with you about starting something new. So the first thing is get started. And I'm going to use this newsletter as my example. So, the marketing people that I'm always like kind of slagging off, but I'm so grateful to, suggested that I needed a newsletter. And, I had people on my list from my website, but I'd never sent a newsletter out up to 100 weeks ago. And so there was the technical things like learning MailChimp and I was already making videos and somebody asked me to make some videos for my kind of magic cards. So I was already starting to do that. So I was beginning to have material, but I had a real block, and my block it was a mental and an emotional block. It was a block about what I believed about myself. And I grew up for one reason or another believing that that people barely tolerated me, that what I had to say wasn't really that important. Um, and I think it's something that you find in a lot of people that are, very nice and very supportive of other people. They have that sort of insecurity and loneliness and unsureness in themselves that they never want anyone else to experience. And I can see that in other people around me, and I know I'm working through that, and I'm glad that I'm that kind person and that supportive person, but I also know that I needed to overcome this doubt about myself. And one of the turning points for me was reading Russell Brunson's book. And he just said in the book, because again, he was talking about your newsletters and all the rest. And it was like, somebody would benefit from your wisdom, and I can always do things to help other people. So that seemed to be just the final piece that helped me get there. So whether you feel your limitations in getting started are like financial or they're emotional or mental, just get started and you'll work it out, and you'll actually learn to heal your limitations as you go along. And especially things with money, etc. You often think, oh, I need to have this, and I don't have any fancy big setup here. I don't even have a proper tripod. I have my daughter's art easel, and I have what I call the company pliers that I use to tighten it all up, which I used this morning. So it's not fancy, but you can get started and you can make a difference just by getting started. The second thing is to remember your why. And there's a great quote about that everything that's measured doesn't count, and everything that can be counted doesn't measure. Can't I can't even remember it right. But the fact is that if we're only looking at results and how many people are signing up, I know you need a business and it needs to be viable, but if you get only into the figures, you can miss the point. And I know that Jerry Duffy, the great motivational speaker and athlete, spoke one night in Mullingar Toastmasters, and he was saying that when he was doing his 32 marathons in 32 days, that on bad days, it was his why that kept him going. And his why was that he was doing it for charity. So, know your why. And on the tough days when you're doing something, remember why you're doing it, and that will help you to keep going. And the final thing is, be grateful. Be really grateful for the support you get, for the people in your life, for your abilities, for your talents, and for the journey that you're on. Because it just fills your heart up, but it's also right not to take anything for granted, as we know. The lovely bonus of being grateful is that, no matter what you're feeling, you're a magnet and you're attracting more of that. So the more grateful you are, the more good things are going to show up in your life. So there are just the 3 tips I wanted to share with you today. And I'm going to very quickly pick a card, because this is kind of where it all started, picking a card. Yeah, there you go. Honesty is the only policy. And I think there was a lot of honesty in what I shared just now. And I hope that it has helped somebody. And this is really what it's about. Isn't that really what your why is about? Doing the right thing for the right reason. So look, wherever you are, I want to thank you so sincerely for tuning in today. I am so grateful that you're on this journey with me and that you allow me to be on your journey with you. And have a fabulous week, and I look forward to seeing you in another video again soon. Take care. Bye.